What is up YouTube? JKJ Fit back with another video. Now today is going to be a different video because Daniel Andrews has put us in lockdown, so there will be no gym vibes. But today I figured I will bring to you my three favorite bulking meals. So right here we have the Mexican burrito bowl, which I'm going to make for you. This is 165 grams of mince, 20 grams of light cheese, some Greek yogurt, the 4-bean mix, or you can use the Mexican mix from Edgar if you want, and then some basic jasmine rice. Now obviously, if you're on a budget, it'd be better to buy the big packs and cook it yourself. But for this video and the purposes of this video only, I will be using the microwave roast. Next dish is going to be chicken, sweet potato, some steamed fresh veggies for the purpose of this video as well, and then some baked beans to go on top of your sweet potato. And the final dish we have is a tuna pasta bake. So we've got 185 grams of tuna, 100 grams of pasta, 20 grams of cheese, which is this cheese, and a pasta bake dish. So these are the three meals I'll be cooking for you today. These all range from between 600 to 850 calories, so ideal for getting them bulked calories in. They all vary in range as well in your macros, so they all average around 50 to 60 grams of protein and then around 70 to 80 grams of carbs, with the rest made up from fats obviously. So yeah, right now I'll get into preparing these for you and I'll show you how I do it. Alright guys, so if you want extra calories, you can sprinkle a bit of extra virgin olive oil in there. This stuff is wild, as you guys know from my previous videos, for getting extra calories in, especially fats. However, generally, because these are already so high in calories, a lot of people will want to try and not go overboard too much. So for the purpose of this video, I will leave this aside. However, keep in mind that if you do want extra calories, that is the ideal place to start. Now I do all this on a non-stick pan so that I can avoid using the oils. But yeah, like I said, that's personal preference. Cook it however you please. Alright, so now that this mince is browned, we want to add some seasoning. So first off, I like to add chili flakes because I love a bit of spice in my life. Then next off, we want the 4-bean mix. So just chuck them in there. These things are actually underrated for protein. There's like 5.3 grams of protein in here, only 1 gram of fat, and 13 grams of carbs, with barely any sugar, so you know it's all quality carbs as well. And then lastly, we want to add the taco mix. Now for this, if I cook this in big batches, so like this is 165 grams of mince, but if you were to use the whole 500 grams of the extra lean pack, that normally does 3 days worth, so you can cook it in bulk. Obviously you get the bigger can of the beans, but if you are cooking for 3 days, you can generally use this whole packet. But if not, like for this instance, I'll generally just use like a third and just wing it. Sprinkle that over just to make sure you got enough. This is the best flavoring mince ever. Taco seasoning is something that I feel like all bodybuilders use low-key, but don't want anyone to know. So the secret's now out. If you're not using taco mince, get on it. Alright, so this jasmine rice, you literally just put it in for a minute 30, so 90 seconds. It is as simple as that. Alright, so after that's done, I like to personally mix it in here with this and just get the flavoring on the rice as well. Alright, so now that is done, we want to add the 20 grams of cheese. And voila. And then preferably you want to add around 100 grams of Greek yogurt. Now, I do this to replace sour cream. Obviously you can use sour cream if you like. I personally just love the taste of Greek yogurt. And so yeah, that is my Mexican burrito bowl. Like I said, 100 grams Greek yogurt, 20 grams of cheese. Mixed beans in there with your mince, your taco seasoning, some chili flakes, and some rice. This here is about 750 calories, I think, off the top of my head. However, the macros and the actual calories will be down below. All right, so I've rinsed the pan out and we're ready for meal 2. So this is 165 grams of chicken. Now you can cook this however you want, like people bake chicken, but I don't like it getting too dry. So I like to cut mine up and I guess dice it. So then obviously I'll season it after. People can season it with whatever they want. Then I like to add chili flakes again. And lastly, some cracked pepper. You want to grab a fork and stab the fucking shit out of your sweet potato. So I've got down 250 grams for this. Pretty sure this weighs like 300. So I'm just gonna use it all anyway and cut the ends off because I don't like these ends, to be honest, I won't lie. So, but yeah, in the calories below that I put, it'll be equated for 250 grams of sweet potato. So this will go in for about 5 minutes. Now, alright guys, so I've added the steam fresh veggies to the chicken. So obviously you want to make sure the chicken isn't raw before you add your veggies. You can add any veggies you want. You can use the broccoli, the frozen ones. I just use the steam fresh because it's 75 grams of quick and easy vegetables and it's a mixture. So this is generally what I use in my diet anyway. So that's that. I'm pretty sure the sweet potato is now done. It is, and this is going to burn the shit out of my hands. So I'll put this here first. Yep. Now I'm pretty sure by the feels of it, that's pretty much cooked. Chuck that on my breadboard. Slice down the middle. And voila, that is cooked to perfection. Nice and soft on the inside. Oh. Chuck that. And now this is cooking. The last thing you want to do is to do your baked beans. Now these is an easy 100 calories and they're beautiful, like tomato sauce, adds on top of your sweet potato. You can't really go wrong with these if you're chasing a good protein source. Easy carbs as well, like I said. So I put this on top of the sweet potato and then my chicken and veg on the side. If you're chasing extra calories, you can also add cheese to the sweet potato, put it back in there for about 10-15 seconds and make that nice and cheesy and then chuck this on top. But I didn't want to do that just because, like I said, I was trying to make a range of meals with different calorie ranges, so they weren't all so high because some people, like I said, don't have the best of metabolism, so they don't need a lot of calories to bulk in comparison to others like myself that need crazy amounts of food to bulk. So like I said, that's an option. You can put the cheese on if you want. Yeah. So, don't want to miss the plate like last time. Oh, always one traveler. So that is my next dish. Easy 700 calories, like I said before. It actually tastes amazing if you loved your baked beans. If you don't love them, you can just take them off, like I said, and replace them with something like cheese. It's just an easy way to get better carbs and proteins. All right, for this one, you pretty much want to boil your pan. You want a bigger one. You're gonna boil the water, chuck your pasta in there, let your pasta boil. Then you're gonna rinse the water. You're gonna add the tuna, add your sauce until that bubbles pretty much, and then you're gonna chuck your cheese on top. And you can also put spinach in there if you're worried about your greens. All right guys, so I've just drained the water out of the pasta. So now I'm simply just gonna add my whole tuna. So there's 185 grams here. You can get the seaweed, not the seaweed, the spring water one if you wish. I like the ones in brine, to be honest. I mean, you're draining the oil and juice and shit in it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I just prefer this one. So yeah, you just want to make sure it's all broken up before you start boiling it. Then, given this is 500 grams and we're only making one dish, I'd recommend probably using like a third of it, if that. So you want to pour this on. It's about a third, maybe a bit more. And then set that to go. And you want to pretty much mix this around and make sure the sauce gets covered at all. And then it'll begin to boil when it's ready, or simmer. So, and then pretty much when this starts to boil, is when I'll add the cheese. That way it'll melt the cheese. Alright, so you can hear that is now simmering. It looks beautiful. So the next step from here is to literally add the cheese. So sprinkle it around. Don't want it all in one spot. Alright, so this is done. So pour that in there. And voila, you have yourself a very easy, very healthy tuna bake. This is on macro tracked as well, so you will see the calories below. So these are my top 3 dishes that I use for bulking when I'm going solo, so when I'm not running under the guidance of my own coach. Yeah, these are all, like I said before at the start, these all range from like 600 to 750 calories, so there's a nice variety there. You can either add more stuff if you want more calories, or you can take things out to make them less, whatever suits your needs at the current time. But these, like I said, are my personal favorite 3 dishes. So if you've liked them, please drop a like below, leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to see in future videos. I think this video was a bit different to what I normally do and I did like it. So if you want to see more of these, please let me know. Until then, I'm going to enjoy these dishes, so take care.